What's good, everybody? It's Batman. So we're gonna be doing a reaction to a debate. It's good. It's between two debaters. I'm very well known with D1, so I know who he is. I know his his debate levels and skill, whatnot, and everything. And he's pretty good. Definitely a high tier debater. Basically just to make it really simple for you guys. If I had to rank D1 out of three tiers of level of debating, one being the best, three the worst, I'd say at least bare minimum. Okay, low ball, tier two. If you want to highball him, then you could say he's a tier one debater. Okay, but either way, it doesn't matter. It's not that serious. He could be between the two. Obviously, it just depends how you structured people's debating skills and their performance, you name it, etc. There's a lot of things that go into kind of consideration. It's very, what's the word? I wouldn't say contentious, but it's very I guess controversial. You know what I mean? Like very controversial when it comes to like even judging a person as a debater for anything. But regardless, he's definitely within that ballpark. I would not say he's a fucking tier three debater like ass or new or whatever, or needing room for growing or improvement. So he definitely is a pretty good debater. I don't know who Hoppy is or whoever. However you say that. I have no idea who this is. So we're going to be getting introduced to a new debater on the way. I'm assuming this isn't like a random. Normally, D1 likes to debate at least people that are either decent or really good. Or he'll eventually get like his freebies in here and there and kind of debate some ding dongs. But so we're going to be checking out this debate. It's about an hour and 14 minutes long. So we will split this up to two separate parts. We'll obviously focus on the actual debate parts of it. So if there's any, kill time or anything like that, we'll just kind of skip through and get to the business. But we're going to get straight to this video, and let's get it.
Wait. I'm not judging the debate, but I'll record it. I'm not judging. I'm not fucking listening.
I'll judge the debate, but I don't know if Hoppy wants someone from his.
It's recording right now, so you guys can like debate and have like, send it to anybody if you think it's biased.
All right,
I'm putting it on TikTok for you.
All right, we'll just listen to the debate. We'll listen to it afterwards, and we'll decide then.
Okay, somebody do I record?
Yo,
I mean, exclamation point record. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's already recording.
I already did it. It's recording.
All right, are you ready, Happy? Happy Meal.
This man's nowhere to be found. He's gone.
Okay.
All right, so he's not here.
All right, let's do it.
Yo.
All right, is the recording on? Is somebody recording as well, like without the
It's
other
recording.
recording? No, I'm talking about just recording, right?
So I'm taking Rockley, and you're taking Nuntailed Fox. Naruto, right?
Yeah.
Can anyone record this?
Okay, so this is Nine Tails Naruto. Now, I'm not too sure what version they're talking about, whether they're talking about Haku, or the one in the Forest of Death, or the one that fights Neji, or the one that fights Sasuke. But regardless, it's a version of Nine Tails. Or if this even... maybe you should put it, I don't fucking know. They didn't really specify, so... And the other guy has Rock Lee. So it's going to be interesting. Obviously, if it's part one and part two, that's extremely... if you have good enough debate skills, you can make it a contentious topic. As we all know, Lee's no joke. Okay, the gates make him fucking crazy strong, amplifies his stats, amps upon amps. If you analyze the gates, and then with Naruto, obviously, with the QB chakra, he's a little bit more hard of a character to kind of quantify and scale exactly. There's only so much you can really get off from him. What we do normally know is whenever he does tap into the Nine Tails power, he could basically body anybody. The only time he ever didn't really shit on somebody was when he fought against Orochimaru, Bone Dude, and Neji. Those are like the only three exceptions to where it just was not a W for him. But as for everybody else, it was an instant kill, like just GG. And 9 out of 10 times when he has Nine Tails, he just shits at everybody. But the problem is, obviously, it's extremely hard to quantify whenever Naruto's in his Nine Tails state, so there's only so much you can kind of go off of. So if you're able to find, data book stuff to kind of describe what, whatever, or you just got to go basically solely off feats of whoever he's fighting, you can kind of gather some information there, some scaling. So it's really interesting when it comes to the character of Naruto, and that's for at least part one, part two. Obviously, if we're talking about Shippuden, I'm going to be 100% honest with you, like it depends, what versions we're talking about with Naruto, with the QB. If it's, just Naruto and Shippuden with the QB, and he's fighting against Lee, I do believe Lee would definitely have to use at least, he would probably do pretty good with, Gate 1, Gate 2, but it's not really going to be enough, probably, I don't know. It's really, really interesting. It's really interesting. Like, Lee is a very interesting character, but, like, you know, I do believe if Lee's, like, using the gates, that he can do it to get, like, the upper hand. And I'm talking Shippuden-wise, not part 1, part 2. You know, because, like, in the beginning of part 1, not beginning of part 1, in the beginning of Shippuden, we're able to see Kakashi with 3 Tomo be able to easily react to Kyuubi Naruto and kind of restrain him effortlessly to kind of stop him from charging Sasori and Deidara and being reckless and stuff, you know. So, you know, if a character in like Kakashi's caliber is able to kind of, you know, interact with Kyuubi Naruto and not, you know, be completely, you know, like, oh fuck, can't really keep up or do anything, then it'd be really weird to say like Rock Lee just can't do anything either. Maybe, like, obviously if it's base to base, my money's on Kyuubi Naruto, but at the moment Lee starts using gates, I feel like that's where it could be interesting and so on and so forth. But overall, it's a really interesting matchup, in my opinion. Lee and Naruto's very interesting characters, so we're going to see what versions they're clearly talking about, and then obviously we can go from there. I can go on and on and on and give my thoughts between the two, but let's kind of dial into the debate and see what happens.
Other than the bot recording, it doesn't matter. The bot is recording, so I'll start. All right. Would you agree that QB Amp Naruto is above base Naruto in terms of strength and speed?
So you're saying Kurama is with, like, Naruto with Kurama is stronger than base Naruto?
Kurama with Naruto.
Mm-hmm.
Would you
mode, right? QB chakra mode?
Yeah. Huh?
Just like with, like, as in, so there's tailed fox forms and then there's...
No. His QB chakra... Would you agree that Naruto QB chakra mode is above his base?
It's not a hard question. Just fucking answer.
Yes?
Yes.
No?
Yeah.
Basically all forms,
right.
yeah.
Since you agree with that, right? Are you aware that Neji reacts to that Naruto? The QB chakra mode Naruto?
Okay, so I'm assuming the Naruto we're talking about here is Chunin Exam's QB Naruto. Basically, you can say KCM 0 if you want to. It doesn't fucking matter, whatever. But either way, he basically summons a chakra cloak, and he fights against Neji, and Neji's able to react and blah, blah. So interesting.
No.
You not aware that he reacts to him?
No. Did you want to show me that?
Yeah, I'll show you a scan.
Wait, so this man really deadass just said he's not aware of Neji reacting to QB Naruto? Bro, did you not watch the anime or read the manga? What? Oh, man. Let's skip a little bit.
In the Chunin exam, Naruto never had KCM 1.
He didn't. Yeah, Naruto does not learn. Listen, Naruto doesn't learn KCM 1 until he gets his fucking Shippuden. Right? That's not KCM 1.
When they, like, Orochimaru swallowed the scroll, whatever that Genin exam was. There is a Genin exam. I don't know what people are talking about.
Genin, shooting exam. You know, this man's not really that great with his words. If I'm being honest with you.
There's not a Genin exam.
Yeah, when they were literally in the forest, right? You don't remember that?
That's not a tuning. That's tuning.
Yeah, well, that's not the first one, isn't it? Then they, like, just before that, they just...
No, there were sections, right, of the tuning exam when they were in the Forest of Death, and then they had to fight in the preliminaries, and then the finals, and then the Hidden Leaf Village got invaded. Yes, there's no such thing as
why did Naruto fail 3 times?
Why did he fail 3 times? That's the academy, not the Guinness.
Bro. Yo, D1's going against a ding dong right now. Like, there's no... Bro, how are you going to debate Naruto and you clearly just don't even remember the story at all? Like, this man goes from saying getting exams, then goes from, oh, but Naruto failed 3 times, which was during the academy. Oh, my fucking God. D1 got a special one here. I'm sorry, but at the rate Hoppy's going, this ain't looking too good. So, oh, man.
Down. There's no such thing.
That's how you become like a Genin. You have to do the fucking test.
Prove to me that there's no such thing as a Genin exam. Prove to me right now.
It's not what I'm talking about. It's just like a generic name.
Okay, so you can't prove it. Concession accepted.
That's
now, can I continue?
So how did he become a Genin?
Can I continue? Because they passed the academy.
So they passed some sort of academy.
Yeah, once you pass the academy, you automatically become a Genin. You fucking idiot. There's no such thing as a Genin exam.
It's the same fucking thing.
You're retarded.
Oh,
But
man.
anyway, can I?
Yeah, they can move on. This is
No,
irrelevant.
because you're retarded.
Yeah, okay, Happy Meal. I understand, you fat
If you're
bitch.
gonna- if
But
you're
can I?
gonna
Can I?
You can't. That's like that's counterintuitive. You can't call someone retarded, and yet you didn't even know, like you didn't remember anything with Naruto. Period. This man's saying there's getting exams. Like no, like there's you take the academy. Technically, if you're gonna really phrase it, it would be academy exams. Okay, and you take the academy. If you pass the academy, you become a genin. Okay. And then you move from there, and then obviously there's the tuning exams to become a tuning. Like this guy is like all over the place. He's just not understanding the correct terminology for Naruto, and obviously the different arcs and storylines, which is why D1's basically calling him an idiot and going back and forth. So you can't call someone a retard if you can't even get your shit right. But yeah, whatever.
Do you know what ad hominem? Hold on, wait. Do you know what ad hominem is?
No.
Is when you throw
definitely know that.
insults. Is when you throw insults without
Instead of
attacking
answering the
somebody's
argument.
points.
So
Yes.
you asked to
You're
prove
not throwing
that
any points right now. It's
KCM
my
won Naruto.
scaling.
You asked to prove KCM won Naruto, and you didn't.
Yeah,
And
it was
your
you.
point-
So it's your
KCM
verdict.
what? Why is he saying KCM?
No, you haven't shown the scan showing that KCM won Naruto reacted to.
I'm about to send it. And you asked me multiple questions.
So that's where you're talking about other stuff right now.
This nigga's a fat ass McDonald's working ass motherfucker. Let me get the fucking scan for you.
D1. Bro,
Not gonna lie.
am I tripping, or is this man keep saying KCM won Naruto? Like, are they talking about Shippuden, or are we talking about like Kid Naruto? Like, what is happening here?
You seriously need to.
Because he said the one that fought Neji, and the only one that fought Neji was Kid Naruto in the tuning exams. So why is he saying KCM? Like, I don't think he's even thinking of the correct Naruto either. Like, I don't know.
Eat some more McDonald's. You're fucking.
Shut the
like,
fuck up,
skinny as
nigga.
fuck.
No, you need to fucking lay off the fucking McDonald's, you big bitch. Shut the fuck up. Now that's fucking edgy. Reacting
What
to
do you
fucking
weigh? Like,
Oh, shit.
I weigh more than your fucking
No, I'm not
skinny
gonna lie.
ass,
How-
scrawny ass fucking mother.
How old are you?
Shut the
How
fuck up,
old
nigga. How old are you, nigga? Just answer the
How old-
question, you
how
stupid
old are you?
bitch.
Answer the
Shut
question.
the fuck up. You don't ask how fucking old I am, you dumb bitch. Shut the fuck up, Happy.
Shit.
You fat bitch.
How old
You
are
a
you?
bad bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the
Yo,
fuck
Ghost
up.
Nerd.
Shut
How
up,
old are
bitch.
you?
You fat
Debate.
How
bitch.
old are you?
You
Shut
want
the
How
fuck
old
up.
are
How
you?
old are you?
Hey, now we know why D1's called the the Spur King or whatever, you know? This shit's fun. I'm sorry. This is one of the reasons why I want to actually watch a D1 debate, to be honest with you, because it's always so comical. It's fucking hilarious. The guy is hilarious. Like he could be patient, but there's only so much patience he's going to have with you. And the moment his patience runs out, or that's it, or you're on ice, thin ice, that's it, bro. Good luck. You're going to be roasted. You're going to be cursed at. You're going to be fucking manhandled.
This is a debate, bro. This is a debate. Let's get back to this debate.
Spurge after the debate. Oh, D1 chill, bro. Seriously. Spurge after.
D1. Get back to the argument. Just stay on the argument. Yeah.
I'm down with this. How old are you, D1?
Bro, why'd you say KCM1? There's no such thing as KCM1 Naruto until he gets to T.
Exactly. He's retarded.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yo, the point doesn't matter. Yo, you guys are focusing on shit that doesn't
the
matter.
Academy's actual factor in power.
Hey, fuckhead, fuck off. You know what KCM means? Kurama Chakra Mode.
KCM1 it's cute.
Yo, happy. Just call it QB Amped. Happy, just call it QB Amped.
No, the point is that
let Happy
KCM1
and D1
is the
debate
first
for real.
form of
I want to see them debate for real. Actually, debate with no spurging.
Just refer to it as QB Amped Naruto. Because it really doesn't matter. Just stick to the argument.
This is what I'm saying. You're fucking like
Just keep on
anal
debating. I
about
don't care.
him
Oh my
getting
God.
like getting an exam or fucking.
It doesn't
Kurama
matter.
Chakra
Can
Mode.
I continue my
Whatever you
scaling?
want to call it.
Bro,
They're all
stop
the same
talking, let
things.
them
They're just
debate.
different names. Different people call different things.
Okay, that's not true. So this guy's an idiot. So if we are talking about the Naruto that fought Neji, then no, that's not KCM1 Naruto. It'd just be QB Cloak Naruto or QB Amp Naruto, whatever. Or if you really want to say whatever, technically his eyes doesn't change or anything like that. He just summons the Nine-Tails Chakra and puts a cloak on his body and just increases all of his stats. And basically, it's stated verbatim it's like a temporary form of mastery over the Nine Tails chakra. It's literally stated in the data books, you name it. So, like, overall, like, that's basically what you're working with. It's definitely not KCM1. He doesn't get the actual cloak until, you know, training with Killer Bee and stuff. So, that's in Shippuden. So, I don't know what he's on about with all that. The different names and all that, that's definitely not correct.
Okay, can I continue now?
So what do you mean by KCM then? If you don't think that
I never said KCM. I never said KCM.
Kurama Chakra Mode or whatever you said.
I said QB Amp Naruto.
Well, there you go. The fuck do you mean by that then?
Okay, yes, Happy. Yes, Happy Meal. Yes.
Explain that then.
Okay, now, right?
If we go back to the recording, I'm pretty sure what you said is that Neji was relative to KCM.
No, he said, he said Nine Tails
He never
Naruto.
said that. What are you saying? He never said KCM1 Naruto. He never said that.
From what I heard was Kurama Mode or something like that.
I'm saying KCM, bro.
Are you fucking jerking off right now? Is this sound from you from beauty or me?
You were the one. Chill out. Stop interfering.
Still dodging the question. How old are you?
Let them debate.
You probably thinking about some fucking KFC. That's why they fucking fat ass you talking about some KCM and shit. Anyway, my age does not matter in this debate. Just finish getting slapped in this debate.
If
you
I
dumb
eat KFC,
bitch.
you still need to eat more chicken. You're a fucking.
That's not funny. That's
bro,
not
stop
funny.
spurging. Debate. Bro, just debate. I want to see this debate. Stop spurging.
What does your name stand for? Dick One?
Bro,
just focus on the argument.
Focus on
the Dick One again.
Yo, stop. Yo, Spurge, listen.
I will smack the shit out your bitch ass with fucking burnt pancakes, bitch.
Spurge, after the debate. Spurge, after the debate. Don't Spurge now. Spurge. Yo, shut up first, bro. Happy Spurge. You two Spurge after the debate, not now. I want to see you guys debate.
Okay, Happy. If you're gonna just not like respond to my fucking, I'll just accept your concession. Yeah, hit you.
No, bro, this is so dumb.
Okay, let me continue my scaling. It doesn't matter, right?
Well, scale your age. Tell me how old are you?
Oh my
Bro,
God.
just stay on the argument. Like, what's wrong with you?
In the argument then.
Happy, chill. Just stay.
Spurge after the debate.
Just chill. Just debate, please.
Okay, right now. Right, this QB mode Naruto. No, let me not say QB mode because you're gonna get misconstrued. Anyway, right, this QB Amp Naruto, right, when he utilized the Nine Tails chakra to enhance his speed or strength, right, we see that Neji is able to react to this Naruto, which I sent in scans, scans and counts.
Okay. What? There's nothing in here.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's because people are spamming.
Shut the fuck up, Spur King. He's going to beat you. If you think he's somebody who said KCM1 Naruto in part 1 is going to beat me, you're a fucking clown.
So what am I looking at here? Is this the scan you sent?
This is a clash with Neji and Naruto. This is Neji reacting to this QB Amp Naruto.
Okay, so what's your point here?
Oh, my point is that Neji's able to react to this amp Naruto, right? Are you aware that Naruto gets a mental amp whenever he wants to say it's Hokage?
No.
You're not aware? Okay, right. So it's a data book scan stating that Naruto gets stronger anytime he says Hokage, right? And we see this throughout Naruto, right? When he want to protect his friends or whatever, and when he speak about Naruto, that he just gets stronger. So for instance, like when he tries to protect Sasuke, it makes him like work harder against the fight against Sasuke and makes him do things that he weren't doing throughout the Chunin exam, right? And we see this, right, with Kimimaru when he summoned thousands of QB Amp clones that we haven't seen before because he wanted to protect his friends, right? Also, he says Hokage in that scan right there, I think.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, right. So this is a QB Amp mental amp Naruto that Neji's able to react to. Right, since you already agreed that QB and
yeah,
Naruto,
so I just looked at the data book statement. So it says even if it was imperfect, Naruto mastered the Demon Fox's power. So there's basically that to go off. And then when it describes like the fight and everything, it says in the battle against the genius Neji, everybody guessed that Naruto be defeated. Naruto was completely unable to compete with Neji at first, who attacked him one-sidedly, but he was able to keep fighting, believing that he could cut through his destiny with his own strength, and then he drew out the Demon Fox's strength with his own willpower for the first time and obtained the victory. So that's basically what was going on with the data book thing that I was referring to with Naruto. And then D1 is technically correct. In the data books, there is like a thing where like every time Naruto says Okage, he gets stronger or whatever, some stuff. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. That can be interpreted in many ways. That's not really a really good critical line of evidence. That could just be, mentally him getting stronger, or that could be, his determination getting stronger. Just we don't know. You know what I mean? Obviously, when it says him getting stronger, something is getting better, but we don't obviously, it'd be really weird to be like, oh, if I say I'm gonna become Okage, then now my stats get like boost fucking 10 times. Like, that's really weird. So you can't really prove that technically, at least not concretely. You could subjectively argue it or whatever and kind of make it work in your favor, especially in a sense for a debate, but it's not something that's going to work for you or something I wouldn't even recommend either. And then not only that, if you at least look at the scaling that Kishimoto does provide for the characters, like the character data book stats and stuff like that, nothing's, there's no constant fluctuations or constant, growths with the charts either. Basically, it's all just very standard or simple in a straight line. And then obviously, unless he gets like the QB amp or something, then he's going to get stronger, things like that. So I'm just putting that out there. But regardless, let's get back into it.
Above base, right? Are you aware that base Naruto blisses Gaara?
When though?
I'll show you in Scanners and Calcs.
And also, where was the statement? Like, how is that relevant? The one with the Hokage. Every time he says Hokage, he's stronger. Is that from the Data Book 1, where it's he's talking about his jutsu files?
If anybody had that data book statement, then okay, there you go, right there. When I become Hokage, right?
You sending it to scan still? Because the last scan I sent.
The mistranslation.
There's not a mistranslation, you idiot. Can somebody mute him? The
last scan in scans is what I sent. Like, I resent what you said.
Do you have any contentions with anything I said so far?
I'm just waiting for those scans.
What scans?
I'm in scans and calcs yet. There's nothing. I can't say anything else.
What scan, Happy Meal?
You said that there's a scan in the data book stating that the Hokage.
Okay, all right. Can somebody drop that scan for me, please?
And then the other thing you said was that Gaara was blitzed by Naruto.
Okay, I'm about to get you that scan.
Yeah,
I'm about to get you that scan.
So I want to go over those. In other words.
Okay. I don't understand how you're gonna go over something that's like blatantly shown.
No, because I have similar scan.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I want to go over your floats because then it would basically still scale roughly higher.
It doesn't. Well, go ahead. But okay, you see the scans accounts Naruto literally listen, and that's almost half transformed Shikaku Gaara, and we know that Shikaku makes Gaara stronger and faster as well. Even Sasuke states that without like his Sharingan, he would have been dead because Gaara was getting faster. Same thing with Naruto. We know Jinchurikis get faster when they utilizes their beast chakra. So that's Naruto blissing that Gaara.
So that is true. So whenever obviously a Jinchuriki taps into their monster's power and whatnot, they get more chakra, they get more powerful, etc. Obviously, we'd see it with Naruto, we'd see it with Regard when he does transform, you name it. Now, what I will say though, what's it called? The Shikaku form that Gaara has, it's not that like his that like his stats like jump like crazy high or like, he gets like a massive fucking amp to boost. The only reason why he gets faster at that particular instant, and this is when he only has one arm out, it's not when he has like the arm in the tail. Actually, no, it's when he has the tail out. Because the first thing he gets is like, it's like kind of a little bit on half of his body, and he has like an arm. And then he gets like a one tail and it comes out. And what he does is he basically takes advantage of like the laws of physics, and he'll use his tail to kind of like launch him back. It's kind of like a rubber band, you know what I mean? Like you get a rubber band, you like launch it, and obviously it's gonna go like really fast. Like so, for instance, if I throw a rubber band, or let's say somehow, some way the rubber band can move to you, it has a certain set of speed, right? But let's say you grab the rubber band and you're able to grab on something or whatever, and you just stretch it out and then release. You have all that kinetic energy, and you're going to be going way more faster. Like, basically, like, fast as like a fucking bullet. Okay, and that's what Gaara does with his one-tail partial transformation. And then Sasuke was barely able to dodge it, and he gets like scratched in the shoulder, and it causes like a massive amount of destruction as well. Like Gaara does get stronger, like in strength, because obviously Gaara's not doing that shit with his fucking fist or anything like that. So he does get stronger, but in a physical sense. When it comes to the speed, that's not the case. He only gets faster at that particular moment because he's using the tree branches, you name it, to glide like a fucking missile, basically, like a rubber band. So, and that's why Sasuke says, wow, if I didn't have these eyes, I would have been dead right there. You know what I mean? So, a lot of people try to misconstrue and basically say, oh, Gaara also got like a massive speed increase or whatever, compared to the one that just fights, Sasuke or whatever, straight up. That's not the case. Now, when Gaara goes into like his full transformation, where he has like one tail and he's fully covered with sand and it's kind of like a miniature Shikaku in a way, that one you can at least, concretely, conclude that he should be at least faster in a sense, whatever. You can't be able to quantify it, but he should technically even be stronger and be faster. And that particular Gaara never fought against Sasuke. That one only fights against Naruto. And base Naruto, mind you, was able to still react and fight against that one pretty well. And this is also a Naruto that was kind of mentally nerfed in at the same fucking time. As crazy as that sounds, yes, if you go back to the manga and the anime, he's mentally nerfed. He's constantly like doubting himself. Like he's like, I don't know if I could beat a guy like this, blah blah, yada yada. With him being extremely similar to Naruto, both having the same trauma and pain, you name it. That was also fucking one, and we all know how mental amps and mental nerfs work in Naruto. So while base Naruto is technically not even at full power, he's still able to use his shadow clones, create diversions, and be able to compensate for Gaara's abilities and power, and still be able to land a blow, a pretty good one too, on that Gaara. So like when it comes to Gaara's like transformation, like when it really comes to like the whole concept of really gauging how much stronger that Gaara really is, it's obviously from what you can see, at least from that particular Naruto, is the quantification of the increase in power is not that massive, because if it was, he would have just completely shitted on that Naruto. Like even his shadow clones wouldn't be able to do it. Like better yet, Neji against like hundreds more of shadow clones was able to shit on Naruto, while Gaara in his full transformation, but as like the miniature Shikaku, couldn't fucking do anything. You know what I mean? Like he was defeating his shadow clones, but Naruto was still able to land a blow on him, while he couldn't do that on Neji when he used even more shadow clones. You get what I'm saying? So either way, like you take it as it is, but I'm just kind of talking about that briefly because when it really comes to that whole entire fight and you name it, not only is Naruto like getting mental nerfs throughout, he's using way less amount of shadow clones in comparison that he used against Neji or even Sasuke eventually in the long haul. You know what I mean? It's not that really great of showings for Gaara, in my opinion. You know what I mean? That's pretty bad, okay? So, either way, you take it as it is. That's kind of what you got with it. That's basically all it is when it comes to it at the end of the fucking day. So, let's get back to it. Basically, I was leading with this, though. If that particular Naruto can do that with shadow clones, there's no reason to believe that Weightlessly could not be able to do the same against that Gaara, or especially if he's utilizing the gates. You know what I mean? He's definitely going to be able to do shit to him. Will he have like enough attack power to fucking kill that particular Gaara? Probably not. If he couldn't be able to kill the Gaara even in 5th gate with his strongest blow, and Gaara used the gore and turned it into sand and utilized chakra to increase its durability and defense, and he was able to tank it with just that, I highly doubt Lee's going to be able to do anything to that form. You know what I mean? Like Lee, he's going to have to either use the gates and do the same thing Naruto did, like with a paper bomb and kunai, things like that. Which is crazy. As crazy as that sounds, a kunai with a paper bomb having more attack power with the gates, but it is what it is. Like taijutsu, you know what I mean? Like it's weird. It's interesting. The only level of taijutsu that we saw that worked on that Gaara was when Naruto gets a mental amp and he summons like 2,000 fucking shadow clones, literally 2,000, and he like throws nothing but punches, okay? And so basically like hits Gaara so much it does enough damage where like, he's doing a pretty good amount of damage and fucking him up. And then he's about to do like the kicks and land 4,000 hits on Gaara, and then Gaara was forced to transform into the full transformation of Shikaku. And then, things kind of went from there. So, obviously a level of taijutsu can hurt that particular Gaara. So, like, maybe, obviously if Lee is in the 3rd, 4th, or 5th gate, he's going to be able to do damage and whatnot. But, it's just it's interesting, because since it is sand, you know what I mean, and obviously chakra can be put on with it as well and enforced. It's like, does Lee really hurt him? Because he couldn't even hurt Gaara. Like, he did hurt Gaara in the fight, but when Gaara just used like all the sand from the gore, he couldn't kill him or knock him out. I mean, while Naruto with a mental amp with like a shit ton of clones could do damage. Now, to be fair, the Gaara's durability and defense was limited and weaker as well because he just got blown up from the kunai. He hit his weak point. You know what I mean? So maybe that's probably why all Naruto's like punches and kicks and everything were doing so much damage. But it's very contentious. It is what it is. Bottom line is, if you at least take that at a grain of salt, then if Lee's using the gates, and you could probably obviously be able to imply he should be able to do more damage. Okay, because obviously if Lee's using the gates, that should be able to hit more, than at least a base Naruto. Now, would it be able to have more AP than 2,000 fucking Narutos? I don't know about all that, but that's what I'm saying here. So,
any contentions?
I have no idea when that was. Is that real?
Oh my god. Lay off the fucking Big Macs and fucking French fries and milkshakes and shit.
Debate, bro. Do you want to come on?
All right, my bad.
This man said, "Is that real?"
If anything, that puts them the same speed. That's the problem I have. But the thing is, I don't actually ever remember this happening.
Go rewatch it or go look at the manga.
I have the scans right now through the chat.
Okay. I think I'm about to ride to McDonald's right quick and give me a Happy Meal. Hold on.
D1's always being a savage.
I'm gonna give me a Happy Meal just for you. Hold on. If you hear cars, just know I'm about to go to McDonald's. Oh.
So Naruto and Sasuke are together, and they fight. When did they fight this?
When did they fight this? Don't you know when Gaara beats the shit out of fucking Sasuke, and then Naruto comes in and then beat Gaara?
Damn, this man really doesn't remember Naruto fighting against Gaara. That's crazy. How are you gonna hop in a debate and not remember shit?
With the tailed fox mode?
No, that's base.
Base Naruto.
Base.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh my god, this man says, "Are you sure?" Oh no. Now, to be fair, this is a mental amp Naruto. But either way, but again, not even. Like, if we even, take that away, the Naruto that has mental nerfs was able to combat against Gaara and land a good fucking hit on him. So, for being real. And then base Naruto with no nerfs, or mental amp, was able to kick Gaara in the face. Now, to be fair, Gaara was off guard because his attention was focused on Sasuke, so Naruto gets a freebie. But when he hit him, he was able to make him bleed. It's impressive. So, base Naruto can make Gaara bleed if at least there's not sand armor. Obviously, I'm not saying he went through the fucking sand armor. That's stupid. Yes, I'm watching Happy versus D1, Loke. But either way, he was able to make him bleed. And then with mental nerfs, he was able to use his shadow clones, a couple amount of them. It was maybe 10 at most, because what he was doing is he was using 2 shadow clones to move, then 3 to move, then 2, and then 1, and he got behind and hit him with the kunai, did 1,000 years of death, and then blew him up from the back. And that was with him having mental nerfs, okay? And freaking out whether if he could be able to beat somebody like him and so on and so forth, etc. So, if we're being real, mental amp doesn't even fucking matter because he was still doing shit to this Gaara, which obviously would be way stronger than the Gaara that Sasuke fought anyways, So it is really good showings for Naruto. As crazy as it is, it's good showings. Oh yeah, it's a pretty old debate, okay, but I've never seen Happy debate, or should I say Happy Meal? That's gonna be the title of this video, Happy Meal versus D1. But they're debating Chunin Exams Lee versus Chunin Exams Naruto. It is what I will say, at least bare minimum, it is a very contentious fight. But I'm gonna be if Lee's able to get the job done quick, okay, not underestimate Naruto. Lee could be able to pull off the W. But if Naruto like does any of the feats that he even did against Gaara, Lee's just getting bodied. Like he's getting fucking fucked. You know what I mean? Like it's interesting of how like if Lee goes like any of the gates, even the QB Naruto would get folded as well because that QB Naruto was able to go toe to toe against Neji, and obviously it's stated verbatim third gate Lee could be able to beat that Neji. So you need to react to Hoppy versus Krudos. That one is hilarious and legendary. Bet by all means, I'll definitely check it out. Send the video link if you have it actually in the in chat for me or whatever, or just on Discord. Don't matter, but I'll definitely check it out. So like, but anyway, so Rock Lee would definitely be able to fuck up, you know, even base Naruto. But it's like the problem is like, you know, obviously we all know Naruto could just summon a shit ton of fucking shadow clones. You know what I mean? So like Lee has to be extremely careful with using the gates regardless, because if he's over here using the gates and, you know, he has to go through the shadow clones first, he'll go through them. You know what I mean? That's definitely not a problem. Like weightless Lee could be able to fucking deal with all the shadow clones and fuck them up. I'll say at least that bare minimum. You know, so like Lee will be fine. He'll do good, whatever. He'll fold all the shadow clones. If he's able to get to the real one and he's able to land the primary Lotus with gate 1, which, yes, I do believe he would be able to just kick him up like he would do to anybody else. You know, Naruto doesn't have a Sharingan or fucking Byakugan to be able to see and move out of the way or whatever. So Naruto's going to get hit by that and he'll go up. Now, if Naruto does like, you know, substitution, if he's able to, then there you go, he's fine. Or better yet, what I think what would happen in character, it'd just be a shadow clone to make Lee off guard. You know what I mean? And so he would slam him, shadow clone goes bye-bye, Lee's like, oh fuck, it was a shadow clone. Naruto would do with the same thing he did to Neji, you know, about to hit him from behind. And then either Lee gets decked in the fucking face, okay, or he does gate 2, immediately gets back to normal stats, and then just goes from there and, you know, and starts shitting on Naruto again. Then Naruto probably gets serious, do the fucking QB cloak, okay, and then Lee would be forced to go to gate 3. Now, would he go straight to 4 and 5? I don't know about all that, but, what's it called? But then, you know, basically, he'll be able to deal with Naruto, which is at the third gate bare minimum, even if it's QB Chakra. I do believe that. And then basically, like, you know, if Lee can beat that QB Naruto and knock him out, you know what I mean, before he does like a shadow clone thing he does like with Neji or whatever, blah, blah, then Lee wins. But if like Naruto does like the QB cloak and he's fighting against gated Lee, you know, whatever, and he's able to like summon 2,000 fucking shadow clones, Lee's getting bodied. Like, I don't know. Like, for him to take out 2,000 shadow clones, like, does he have the speed to be able to pull it off? Yeah, I'll give that. But then, you know, okay, great. You know, like, he took out all the 2,000 shadow clones, but by that time, he'll probably already be fatigued, exhausted, and then just get bodied by Naruto. I don't know. It's a really weird fight, dude. It can go in so many ways, if I'm being completely honest with you. It's really interesting, but I don't know. Obviously, if Naruto summons to get Bunta, that's a GG. It is what it is, but I don't know. Like, in a debate sense, obviously you can use everything Naruto has, but when it comes to, like, an actual fighting sense, I don't think that would happen, of him summoning someone like that. Naruto only summons Genbunta, like, if he considers you, like, a high enough of a threat. He didn't even do it against fucking Sasuke, so... that'll be great, but I don't know if you know enough about... I know for a fact you don't know enough about Barrymore to react to that debate. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I don't know shit about that. I'm not going to do as many pauses because I've already talked a bit, so I'm going to kind of like let this play out. I'll only come through if I need to. Boruto shall come, brother. I'm thinking this... Thinking this either this Sunday or Thursday I could be able to get some Boruto episodes in. Worst case scenario, at least bare minimum by the following week. Gotta remember, Loki, I'm not in too much of a rush to get that finished just yet.
Are you gonna say something?
Well,
we got like a silence right now.
My main argument for Rock Lee, right, was that he was able to blitz and outrun Gaara's Sand. But if we're going to have the same argument, it makes no difference. Like, basically, they're the same.
No, it's not. Are you going to attack my argument or not?
So, that's where I'm trying to find is this tailed fox mode?
Okay, so Hoppy's already he's already getting fucking defeated on these points. So D1 basically already came out here and said, okay, Naruto's shown to fight a stronger, Gar, blah blah, whatever, yada yada, and then therefore if Lee fought the Gaara, that's obviously way weaker than they compared to that one, then Naruto should just be able to slam, beat him, whatever. That's it, right? So all Hoppy said in defense to that was, oh, Lee was able to speed blitz Gaara's sand. Okay, you gotta attack his points. You need to attack his line of scaling and show why that scaling doesn't work. And he's not doing that right now. So we'll give him a bit, but he's kind of throwing in the towel.
Where is this in the manga? Because also we have Sasuke there, and the fact that the two of them are fighting together, that would actually scale.
They're not fighting together.
So what?
When is the second peak, by the way? I don't remember.
Sasuke doing in the background?
Sasuke got beat the fuck up. He's done.
So obviously something happened. He did help him, and then as a consequence, now Naruto.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
He's
Naruto,
only able to get.
Naruto still blitzes Gaara.
No.
Naruto still. Naruto. Okay,
Rock
right.
Lee did it alone.
You're not gonna address my point. You're not addressing my argument.
Okay, so you've been talking a lot, right? So at least let me share mine, right?
All right, go ahead.
So
I'm at
Rock
McDonald's.
Lee,
Hold on.
well, then keep eating some because you're fucking skinny as fuck.
I know. Your fats need to lay off some.
No, but maybe I'll give you some of my fat because you need
Bro,
it.
just focus on the argument, bro. Just.
What is that sound? Anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna turn the mood down. Yeah, so Rock Lee was able to solo blitz Gaara, and here you're showing two people fighting Gaara. That means that Naruto scale like that.
Hold on. Do you
If you even had
do
to
you
use
agree?
this, as you stated before, you're trying to get me to agree to.
Just a
and
minute ago. Hold on.
Naruto will be
Wait.
better.
Let me say something right quick. Just a minute ago, you agreed that we have the same scaling
For what?
in terms of speed. Are you saying that we have the same scaling?
No, I've got a different scale that I would use, like a calc that would calculate.
Okay, now I'll show you where my
189,
scale, how my
220.
scale
Okay.
scale's higher
Damn,
than
that's a
yours,
long ways
right?
to go.
You're saying
Holy
that
shit.
Neji
We'll
was
get
able
there,
to
though.
blitz Gaara by himself. That doesn't mean anything. Naruto was able to blitz Gaara by himself as well. I know who you're talking about, right? Are you aware that base Sasuke was compared to Lee without weights?
No,
Huh? No? You don't know of that scan?
no.
Okay, I'll send it to you scans of cows.
If it's talking specifically about speed, no.
You don't know anything. I bet you know how much a Happy Meal costs.
Actually, I don't.
These McDonald's
You need
jokes
to
have
learn,
just
man,
been
because you're skinny as fuck.
on point.
You keep saying the same thing. Like, shut the
I keep
fuck
saying the
up.
same thing.
No,
How
I'm
many times you say
not. You
fucking
fucking
Happy Meal?
retard.
Chicken
Shut the fuck-
legs?
I'm
How
switching
old
it
are you?
up.
How old
I'm
are you?
switching it up. Chicken legs. How old are you? How old are you? Shut the fuck up, you dumbass bitch.
Bro, just debate. Come on, debate. Stop.
So you said
Spreading.
last time. What do you mean?
Stop.
156. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah.
Go.
You know me, I'll watch all the fillers and stuff. I don't mind
Bro,
that.
why are you guys obsessed with Happy Meals?
That is the fakest shit I've seen.
That's not a fake scan, you idiot.
Can you even read the Japanese behind it?
Prove that it's a fake scan.
All right.
I wish they were showing those scans. Like this guy's an idiot. The bottom line is he's clearly an idiot. He didn't come prepared at all for this debate. His memory of Naruto of part 1 and part 2 is horrendous. He doesn't know what the fuck is going on. Like the fact that he doesn't even know or recall the statement of it being stated verbatim that Sasuke is the same speed as weightless Lee. Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to tell you from there.
Predicted what you said.
And his response is this scan fake? Like, bro, if you think this scan's fake, then ask for the fucking chapter, you know what I mean? And go look it up yourself. Look at the anime and look at the fucking manga. It's just the same shit.
Doesn't look that at all.
Are you retarded? Do you know how to read
No,
a
I'm
purpose
not
scan?
retarded. So this... Oh, when was the scan? This was... These are like... Fuck.
This nigga Hoppy that ass looks into like the science of scans and shit, bro. This nigga fighting.
I don't
look
know
at
the
this
chat, but just
manga reader, and then even...
if it's a fake scan, go get the real one, Happy. If it's fake and you can't prove that it's fake, go get the real one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be 100% with you, Daily. You know what I mean? Like this is a video that's like fucking 2 years ago, you know? So this may be a really, really bad performance from Hoppy. I'm not saying he's a fucking shit debater overall. Like that's ignorant. You know what I mean? That's an argument of ignorance, basically, from what I'm just seeing from this debate alone. But if this is how he debated in every fucking debate, though, like this would be a problem. Like he's not doing good at all so far. Like really, really bad. But I definitely believe it. Like people improve over time. Their knowledge of Naruto gets better over time. They get more familiar with scans, evidence, you name it, all that good stuff. So yeah, I could definitely understand of him performing way better or even beating high tier debaters and whatnot. So I believe it. That's what anyone. You know what I mean? Anyone has the potential to improve and get better and be up there. You know. So if you just do your fucking homework and research and know how to word things, you're gonna do fine.
I'm not gonna lie, but I didn't think you would like resort to these kind of scans.
That's not a fake scan.
Yo, I'm pretty sure I have a scan on.
I've never seen King Bullet debate, by the way, so I do need to look up a YouTube video with him. But I've never seen him do a debate though. I have seen some stuff with Spencer, but the things that I normally see with Spencer, he's basically just bullying like people that just are either low tier debaters or just have no recollection or knowledge of Naruto, and they're just stupid and they're just things like that. So I've never seen like someone like really, really high tier level of a debater to go against Spencer. So I have to find one. I think 6 went against him. So I might have to check that out because they're both obviously high tier debaters. So, but yeah, so.
Can I like give it to the
Yeah, go ahead. Drop the
help.
this scan for this law. Oh, God.
Well, it's just the fact that you're using manga reader to start. They don't even translate properly. They're fan translations.
You lucky I'm not home, bro. You would have got it
lucky
even worse.
that I'm letting you use these fake scans. It's the fan translation.
Happy, you trash. You're gonna slap. Your ass. You're gonna slap.
Where do you get your scans from?
All right, if you're gonna make an assertion that the scan's fake and provide no evidence for why it's either a mistranslation or fake, that's a baseless claim. It doesn't fucking matter. It's not hard. Look in the manga, look in the anime, whatever. It's there. If it's fake, you would know.
Your mama.
So why does
Your
it
mama.
say manga
Your mama.
reader? So my mom's a fake scan now.
Basically.
Yeah, Margarita is no like.
Spencer bullied King Bullet on Ishiki versus Code. He had the losing. Wait a minute. You're telling me Spencer won against King Bullet with Ishiki? Like, so Spencer had Code and he beat King Bullet. Bro, that's a fucking gill right there. If you lose debating for Ishiki, that's horrible, bro. That's fucking horrible. Like, there's no way. I don't even know who Code is. Like, unless Code is just built like that, or he has, like, some ratty-ass statements or whatever that people can either try to, exploit or misconstrued and, rat, okay? To kind of get him to whatever level they need him to be. Then I could see how it could be possible, but I don't know anything about fucking Code. Nobody, at least in my opinion, nobody ever fucking talks about Code. I hear Ishiki way more than Code, so that's crazy. That's really crazy. But then again, I do know that Spencer is a high-tier debater, though. You know what I mean? So that doesn't really surprise me either. You know what I mean? I haven't seen anything with King Bullet, but I know Spencer is a good debater. So it is what it is. But that's crazy. You know what I mean? That's pretty impressive.
My mother loves me and actually feeds me compared to you fucking skin.
She don't feed you. You fucking go to McDonald's every fucking day.
I know they don't feed you because you can't afford
Shut the fuck up, nigga. I don't know my food.
What is D1 doing?
Shut the fuck up, nigga. Nobody gives a fuck, nigga. Shut the fuck up, you Kung Fu Panda looking bitch. Shut your fat ass up, bitch.
This man said he said Kung Fu Panda.
Go get your fat ass on a fucking treadmill, you big bitch. Go eat some fucking Weight Watchers, you dirty ass cow. Shut the fuck up, nigga, you dumbass nigga. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
No matter what you do, you're never gonna
Shut the fuck up before I kill your fucking mother and your ancestors, bitch.
I have no idea what no limiter code means, but I'm assuming no limiter, like, using the gates, no limiters, whatever, max power. So I don't know.
Shut the fuck up.
Bro, you're soft as fuck.
You fucking Indonesian bitch. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I don't know who Jigen is either.
So how's everyone's day going?
But I will find out eventually.
Are you guys still on the point of like if the chapter's real or not?
And I'm not going to react to any Boruto debates either, by the way. So I'm just putting that out there. Obviously, that's stupid to do. Until I watch all the anime and you name it and read the manga. Because I'll be able to fly through the manga easy peasy lemon squeezy. But until I watch all that and kind of catch up on my end, I'm not really going to do that. So.
All right.
Now I'm excited though to eventually watch some Boruto debates and kind of see where people's line of scaling goes. You name it, blah blah, whatever. But I am intrigued.
You guys to be like this. Are you still on the point that the scan was fake copy?
He can't prove that the scan is fake.
No, I did. I already said that it's from Manga Reader. It's fake.
Go to chapter.
Yeah, Manga Reader is a reliable source because like.
But it says the same thing as the Viz.
Okay, right.
Okay, now he
says the same thing as Viz. Go ahead.
He sent the listen.
Same thing, but like it's nothing like
Alright.
Not debating. Shut the hell up.
Okay, now can I speak now? Okay, right.
Yeah, you want to add to with the actual scans.
Alright, I see it. What about the one with Lee?
Oh, that's also the one that's above. Look in the bottom right corner. Manga Reader again. They're both non-Viz.
Yo, can I get the chapter for it? Like, I can almost swear to God, I saw the exact same page the other day, but I just can't find the chapter.
Have you ever seen the one I sent with Manga Reader?
Both? No. Okay. The one that's right in there right now, that's from Manga Reader. It says in the bottom right corner. The second one that D1 sent also says Manga Reader. So I don't have to prove anything because both of these.
Go to chapter 100.
Wait, happy.
Wait, what chapter? What chapter?
Wait, happy.
Nigga saying Manga Reader.
I can make.
Bro, what chapter? Let the man speak.
112.
This has absolutely taken way longer than it needs to be. It's not hard. Just go to the fucking chapter, dude. They're finally going to the chapter. We just get through that real quick. Almost about 30 minutes in for the debate.
That's practically the same speed as Lee without his weights. And this is base Sasuke. Are you aware that the Sharingan increases your speed?
Uh-oh. A contentious claim. Oh, shit.
So.
Now, I'm going to be 100% with you guys. You guys probably heard this from me like a million times. There's many ways to argue that it can increase your speed. There's many ways to argue that it can't increase your speed. Now, I'm going to be 100% real with you, though. If you're taking the stance of that the shotgun does not increase your stats, that is actually a lot more stronger of a stance. So, what I mean by that as an example, obviously, if I'm arguing for Madara versus Kid Sakura, Madara would be the W stance, Kid Sakura would be the L stance, the disadvantage stance, basically. So, basically, with that example, the shotgun boosting your stats would be Kid Sakura, and Madara would be not boosting your stats, if that makes sense. Reason why is because there's actually concrete evidence in Naruto to show the contrary to that. So a lot of people think, it does boost or whatever, blah, blah. But there's it's literally in the beginning of Naruto. It's literally when Lee and Sasuke fights, and it's just demonstrated blatantly. It's even shown with Zabuza, things like that, you name it. There's so many examples. So concretely, at least from what we've seen based on feats, in statements as well, it's just not the case. It's not implied at all. But if you're good at debating and you know how to formulate your arguments, you can use the things that Tobirama says. You can use, things that maybe even data books that are, worded a certain way. You can be able to build arguments for why it does boost your stats and you name it. So it's out there. You can subjectively argue for it at bare minimum, but it's a lot more harder in comparison, in my opinion. So this could go either way, but this is a really important point, obviously, because if D1's able to prove that the shotgun does do that, blah, blah, or whatever, then obviously that's not good for him. If he could do the opposite, then that's great for him.
Talking about Gaara.
Oh my God.
No, he is. Because,
But also, I accept either one. I don't mind either one. I have no issues with the shotgun amping stats, and I have no issues with it not. It is what it is. So, if you want to, highball an Uchiha, you can definitely get him pretty high with the shotgun stuff, you name it. If you just want a low ball, bare minimum, or mid ball, then that would obviously be without the amps.
No, you talking about Gaara, what?
Oh my God.
No,
Are you good, man?
You good?
No need to jump
Then
in.
how do you know he's not talking about Sasuke?
What the fuck is wrong with you? Like literally, they literally showing Sasuke moving in the fucking panel.
So what chapter was this?
Oh my, that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant, bro. That's irrelevant.
No, it is because like again, I'm trying to talk about.
Boys, what chapter was that? What chapter was that?
So it's not irrelevant. The context does matter because there could be many times that people can be showing certain scans or whatever and making and formulating an argument to misconstrue the context or AKA rat. Prime example, Noodles, in one of like a very old debate, it's like, oh, Casey and Naruto got speed blitzed by Boar release from, one of the past Jinchuriki. And that wasn't the case. If you actually look back and look, Naruto says verbatim, I'm just going to let them hurt me. I don't care. I'm just going to focus on the rods and pull it out. And so he speed blitzes one of them, starts getting the rods, okay, and then the other guy does Boar release and just kicks him in his face. You know what I mean? So, like, context does matter. The whole 9 yards, they name it. So if you're not careful and you're not going to the chapters or analyzing what is being discussed or what feats or scans are being shown for their type of arguments, that's a big mistake to make, because then it's going to make it harder for you to either refute or debunk, whatever, you name it, the whole 9 yards, and it's just going to be problematic, or you're going to more than likely believe in that, and that's just going to make it more of a disadvantage for you, so that just obviously would strengthen their arguments and their scaling.
Chapter 112. Chapter 112.
Hey guys.
The context is like just Lee looking at Sasuke and saying shit. That nigga's got the same speed as
Happy, it's chapter 112. Go look at it.
That nigga talking about Gara. Y'all capping. He talking about Gara.
Yo, no.
No, he isn't.
Same dude that's standing in place.
Gara
standing
Gara wasn't
still.
moving at all.
What? Bro, okay.
He's
just
literally referencing Sasuke post-training.
Bro,
Now, to be fair, they're all freaking out, and this is all unnecessary. They all should just be quiet. They shouldn't really be saying things like, I don't really care. Like, if it was in my server and everybody's kind of talking while there's like a moment of killing time, I don't give a fuck, whatever. But either way, they're all talking. The reason why they're all freaking out is because they do have a point. Like, why in God's name would we really think Guy is talking about Gaara? Obviously, he's talking about Sasuke because Sasuke is literally moving so fast where he can fuck up Gaara. And Guy says, oh, wow, his speed is the same as, blah, blah, you name it. Why would we be talking about Gaara when Gaara just stands there and uses sand? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Gaara's not known for his body movement or his crazy speed. You know what I mean? He always gets bullied by someone that has that level of speed. So that doesn't make any sense. So the fact that this is even happening to begin with is wasting time and stupid, but technically, to give Happy the benefit of the doubt, context is important, you name it. So he just kind of wants to look over and make sure, but at least with that particular scan, there's no reason to say that it's talking about Gaara. That's just fucking stupid.
It's good at is if Kaguya is even.
Wait, that's fine if he doesn't do inverse a lot.
Y'all see the scan? Y'all see the scan? Look.
How do y'all know he's talking about Heavy Sasuke?
Nigga, look at the scan.
Yeah, proof that's Heavy Sasuke. Proof that's not Heavy Sasuke.
Y'all said proof that's not Heavy Sasuke. You would have to inherently assert that. So,
you're an actual rat. Get out of here.
Dang,
whoever's not debating, can you shut the fuck up? Thank you.
Suck my dick, bitch.
The fuck are you?
Who said that?
Going smokes. Who the fuck are you, bro?
Who said
Going smokes? Let me spell it out for you. Gon.
Shush, no one cares.
Oh my god. The McDonald's was fucking crowded. I couldn't get my Happy Meal. Huh? Oh, thank you. So you had no contentions?
But the McDonald's.
So yeah, so you're saying that Sasuke is almost practically, what was the word?
Practically? What the fuck is that?
I'm trying to find the word that is...
Practically. I know you speak fucking Korean and shit.
It's not. It means he's not the same.
What? Do you know what practically means?
Do you want to Google it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because it doesn't mean the same.
I never said it did.
No, I'm saying it's not the same. I'm saying that.
Okay, practically. He's basically saying he's relative to that Lee. in base. So a base Sasuke, right, relative to Lee in speed without weights. Okay?
No.
I mean, are you going to say anything?
Okay, here, I'll show you a fucking dictionary definition of what practically means. Okay, ready? You ready?
It means almost. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so that means he's not the same.
Okay, relative. He's relative.
No, he's not the same. He's almost. And it's proven because...
Relative does not mean the same, you idiot.
Are you gonna let me...
No, because you're retarded.
So you're admitting you're losing.
Okay, so D1, he's definitely right. So Hoppy just doesn't... He needs to look up his fucking definitions. So... Obviously, D1 knows what practically means. He's not saying they're equal or this, or whatever. And relative is the perfect word to use with that particular scan and feat. And Hoppy clearly either thinks that relative means equal, and that's not the case. Relative does not mean equal. If you look up the definition of relative, it does not say that. So Hoppy is definitely not understanding, and that's why D1's getting pissed and like, you're fucking stupid.
How?
Because I'm about to explain why, but you keep cutting me off.
Do you know what relative means?
Do you know what practically means? It's
they relative and
practically is faster.
This boy is fucking retarded. Yeah, okay, right. Who does it? I don't care. We'll just leave this.
So I literally looked it up. Relative. So relative is considered in relation or in proportion in something else. So like some similar words like comparative, respective, comparable, correlative, parallel, things like that. Okay. And that's what relative means. And then practically, look that up. So virtually, almost, so the place is practically empty. In a practical manner, he might win, whatever, blah, blah. So basically, it's like, in effect, virtually, it is practically useless to protest, or in a practical manner, to think practically, blah, blah, whatever. So basically, it's the best words for practically would be like almost, nearly, just about, very similar to relative. So D1 is correct on that. But Happy doesn't know his definitions of words.
You retard. We're just gonna leave this point up to the fucking judge, you fucking idiot.
No, I haven't even.
Okay, now I'll continue my scanning. Right?
This isn't a debate.
Right above, relative to fucking Sasuke, right? You fucking dumbass fat bitch. Yo! Stand the fuck up, bitch! Stand the fuck up!
I haven't shared my point.
Who's moderating this shit?
Are you gonna let me debate?
Mute this fat bitch! Mute this fat bitch!
Are you gonna let me debate?
No, be quiet. Do you want to calm down and just let him say whatever dumb shit he wants to say, and then just test it after?
This nigga say relative equals equal.
No, just quiet down, quiet down. No, quiet down. Do you want to spurge him after the debate ends? When he
Niggers!
Alright.
Let him speak for now.
We're gonna have to edit that out. I don't know why they have people fucking say that shit. I don't understand. Like, Jesus Christ. Let me do something.
So you're aware that Sasuke never made it through the sand round?
How are you just gonna go to a whole nother point? Like, what are you?
It's the same point. The point is that
no, it's not.
Because Sasuke was never able to pierce his armor, do any near as damage as Rock Lee was, and because he's practically as fast as Rock Lee, that means he's not the same. He's almost.
Are you aware?
Did a significantly better.
Didn't I just say that?
Than Sasuke is what I'm saying.
Okay, are you aware that it's a statement stated? Are you aware that Sasuke? Are you aware that Sasuke is fucking Gaara's strongest opponent?
What makes you think that?
Okay, can somebody drop the scan of literally fucking?
Yeah, the day of book hog. Got it. Hold up.
Hey, cat.
Hey.
I love how you.
I didn't even know why I wasted my. Who is that?
That's Troy.
What's good?
Is this
hey, yo, do you want to check?
Because you have to keep asking chat for scans. Fuck off.
Huh?
You're allowed to do that. Like, what the fuck?
You're allowed to do that.
It's not like they're. It's not like
no one
it's not like
here, and you're literally relying on your boys to get scans. You're literally asking people for scans.
Okay, so they both have a point, but the you got to find a middle ground basically. So bottom line, in the beginning of your debates, if you don't make any terms or clarifications, or you don't like basically say like, oh, this is what we're gonna do, blah blah, or make any rules or regulations, it's free game at that point. It doesn't matter. Okay. One example is if you want to interject, while someone's talking, you can kind of, immediately refute or just, counter, or there's some people that like to take turns, so meaning until they're done talking, then you go. Or you have situations like this where, oh, you're allowed to get outside help, so meaning get scans. But see, I don't really have an issue with that, because if you can obviously remember the evidence and say, hey, like this, and this, whatever happened, and then they say, oh, can you show that scan, or can you show that proof? And then they ask someone to get the scan for you. There's nothing wrong with that, because you brought up the idea to begin with. It's not like they're sending you a DM or someone in chat saying, hey, just send them this or whatever, blah, blah. Like, that's not the case. You know what I mean? So, regardless, it's there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? But either way, I could understand someone, like, I guess objectively, why they could bitch about it or complain and be like, hey, that's kind of getting help from other people, blah, blah, whatever. Like, if you can't get your own scans, then no, whatever, that's bullshit. You know what I mean? Because I'm on my own, nobody's getting scans from me or whatever. And obviously, with that being said, what would put the disadvantage for Happy is if there's anything that he does remember or recall, but he just doesn't know where the scans are or where the data book stuff is, he's not going to be able to present that evidence because he doesn't know where it's at, which either way is on him and his fault. But regardless, as you can see, that would give D1 the advantage because he has people giving the evidence he needs instead of him having to look for it or have it in preparation, while Happy doesn't. So I understand both sides, but regardless, if they weren't able to come to an agreement of how that's going to go, that doesn't matter, okay? And if it's a problem and they can't, and they're at an impasse, then they either need to flip a coin, one person picks heads and the other person picks tails and go from there, or just, conclude the fucking debate. That's it, because clearly there's just going to be conflict, But yeah, that's just, all I'm going to say on that is, that's your fault. Whoever brings up that as an issue, that's really on them at the end of the day. It's not really the judge's concern. It doesn't matter. It doesn't boil down to them or your opponent. Like, that's on you. So
you can also rely on assistance.
Yeah, you can ask
your server. Happy, I thought you used it to miss the debate for you.
Trump's dropped the scan. Trump's dropped the scan.
Happy, weren't you asking for me to prove?
Happy, listen, it's not like he's getting arguments from chat.
Happy, shut your Kirk Franklin looking ass up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, man. You ugly as shit. The fuck up, bitch.
Scared bitch. You don't even want to.
You're fucking.
Calm down.
Pull up.
Calm down, bro.
Happy, pull up. Where you live, Happy? Where you live? Where you live? Where you live, Happy?
Bro, just debate. Come on, Happy. Stop.
I will pull up with a fucking machete, bitch, and air that bitch out on your fucking grandmother, bitch. Shut the fuck up, nigga. And then I'll fucking, bro, come on.
One thing I will say, you got to be careful. Like, if you're in a debate, don't just be making threats or going crazy. Like, you could roast whatever, that's fine, but don't be just coming out saying, oh, like, pull up, or let me come to that address, so it's whatever, or I'm gonna get a machete and kill. Like that's it's literally a criminal offense. Like, if Happy wanted to, he could press charges for that and you can get in trouble. Like, there's a word of advice: don't ever go that route in a debate. It's not worth it. It's not. All right, we're gonna be finishing up this video here. Once it hits the 40-minute mark, we'll end it there.
Yo, stop. Spurg.
Yo, continue the debate. What's wrong with you guys?
You won. Spurg after the debate. After you win the debate, Spurg on him.
Okay. I'll fucking cut his fucking grandmother titties off and fucking throw them bitches in a fucking water machine, you dumb bitch. Shut the fuck up.
Wait, yo, D1, let Happy address your scan. Let him address your scan.
No, D1 asked for a scan. I think Trunks dropped it in general.
I already dropped it.
Can you drop it in scans?
Yeah, it's already been dropped.
Alright.
If you check the bottom half, it reads
Alright, so basically this scan is what contradicting everything that you're fucking saying right now, right? The fact that this scan is stating that Sasuke is fucking Gaara's strongest opponent, and you're stating that Lee did more damage than what fucking Sasuke did to Gaara, right? Lee didn't even do enough damage to make Gaara even start transforming, which Sasuke did, because he pierced him with the fucking Chidori.
So, the long-awaited fight with Sasuke is interrupted. Is that what you're talking about?
Huh?
No, the bottom half where Gaara's on the floor.
It's a moment of silence here. So I'm curious what Happy's refutation is going to be in order to go against, that data book evidence. Now, I'm going to just say this, keep it a buck with you guys while there's a moment of silence. It is a good argument. You can utilize it, and if you're able to convey your argument correctly with that data book statement, then you can kind of be able to back it up in a sense to make that interpretation valid, and then go from there. Now, if you have a really good, opponent that's arguing against that, they could easily just be like, oh, well, technically that's contradicted, by X amount of feats and statements, with the skill that it is presented. And 3, that can clearly just be interpreted for many other things. That could be interpreted due to Sasuke having Chidori. That could be interpreted due to Sasuke having ninjutsu, something Lee doesn't have as well. Things like that. It could be interpreted for so many reasons why it's being stated as Gaara's strongest opponent. We just don't know exactly. It doesn't mean inherently that it's Sasuke just scales over that Lee drastically or whatever, and that's why. It's like, basically what people will utilize that statement for is, base Sasuke would just straight up box 5th gate Lee and just body him. That's not the case, but that's the direction people will go to highball Sasuke, and things like that. So if you know how to attack it and embrace that type of, argument, which is a very, very commonly used type of argument for Sasuke, by the way, then you could be able to easily debunk it. But, regardless, from what Happy's done so far, I don't know if he's going to even be able to do that.
What fucking Sasuke did, which is contradicted via the scan and via the feats. Sasuke literally pierced Gaara with the Chidori and made him bleed and made him start transforming into the Shikaku, which Lee couldn't do because he didn't push Gaara enough in order for him to transform, which Sasuke did, right? So all the statements and feats of Sasuke is backing it up, proving that he's above Lee.
Well, strongest definitely means damage, and I would agree with that. So maybe Sasuke does more damage, and maybe he did pierce him and made him bleed up faster.
Okay, you don't like niggers.
I did concede to the speed.
Niggers. You concede to the strength, though, right? You concede to the strength, though, right?
Sure. So the practical.
Okay.
Part, yeah.
The fact that they don't have that guy muted that's saying the fucking N-word over and over, like, come on, man. Like, come on.
Now, let's attack the speed point. I'm going to attack the speed point now, okay? Right? Are you aware that the Sharingan can increase your speed?
Shut the fuck up, nigger.
Dude.
No, it doesn't.
Bro, it's Rimuru.
Somebody muted.
Server mute Rimuru Sensei. He's the one.
Not even mute, ban it.
Okay,
holy shit.
I did.
All right. So you
Not
said
to edit all that out.
No.
You said the Sharingan does not increase your speed?
What it does is it gives you the ability to foresee movement.
Okay, so like the ability to foresee movements, right? Do you know what that is? You know what that's called?
The Sharingan?
No, it's called precog, you idiot. You do know what precog allows you to do?
Precognition is basically foresight, which is the same fucking thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing that he said. But hang on, I'm gonna do something. Precognition. So, foreknowledge of an event, especially foreknowledge of a paranormal kind. Preliminary examination of a witness, especially to decide whether there are grounds for a trial, blah, blah, whatever. But precognition, like, let me do... Yeah, so superpower. So the power to perceive the future, subpower, like, blah, blah, okay, no, so capabilities, basically what you can do for precognition. It's like, attack prediction, attack reversal, aim dodging, stuff like that, whatever, combat perception, danger detection, you name it. Some users can foresee possible futures and observe what may happen as a knowledge of the future invariably cause the future to change. Visions of the future are subject to frequent shifting, blah, blah. Some visions can be set in stone, whatever, yada, yada, yada. So basically what it is it gives you pretty good perception, and it allows you to do coordinate your attacks and predict your enemy's attacks. Be able to dodge, be able to sense, and basically evade, and things like that. So yeah, that's what kind of basically precognition is. Now, Happy is correct, okay, that with the ability of precognition from the Sharingan doesn't mean that you get a speed boost. Okay, so but he needs to be able to explain why, and then obviously demonstrate the evidence, because then D1 could just easily be like, no, it does, blah blah, whatever, and then the point could be at a neutral stance or standpoint to where nobody gets it, or D1 could potentially get it based on what I'm seeing so far from Happy. So let's see how he kind of approaches and goes along.
Okay, right, which makes you move. This boy's retarded, which makes you move faster than you normally would do. You idiot. Okay, now let me explain. Now, are you aware that Kakashi couldn't master the Chidori unless?
Okay, he asked him to prove that, and he's just ignoring the question. So, if Happy asked D1 to prove that the Sharingan can amplify your stats or whatever, or better yet, the exact claim that D1 made is that precognition can be able to increase your speed or whatever you name it, he would have to prove that. That would be his burden. That's the claim that he's making, whatever. And if he can't prove that, then obviously that's something Happy could just dismiss. Nobody can, you know what I mean? You can either consider nobody has that point because Happy's also not demonstrating any evidence to prove that it doesn't, or two, Happy gets the point because D1 didn't prove whatever, blah blah, whatever. Either way, it is what it is. But D1 does need to prove that. But we're gonna actually end the video here, so it's gonna be for part one of D1 kind of slamming Happy Meal so far. He's definitely winning the debate. So unless Happy can somehow pull some type of crazy scaling or something out of his ass to kind of make all this shit go out the window of what D1 has shown so far with his line of scaling and evidence, there's no way Happy's winning. And right now, Naruto is the one with the trophy, and Lee's is going to be being unconscious again and all fucked up all over. So it is what it is, but that's kind of what's going on. D1 is definitely winning and slamming so far. And I wouldn't even say low diff. From what I've seen so far, this is just no diff, like dead ass. Like, I'm not even trying to be mean, but this is a no diff winning situation right now. So, but we'll end it here. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, subscribe for more content, subscribe if you guys have the channel, and I will continue along with part two. We'll finish out this recording, and then obviously I'll get my thoughts, you name it, and we'll kind of move from there. That one's gonna be a lot more shorter because I'm not gonna do as many pauses either. But yeah, so peace.